to Snetterton for the fourth meeting of the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF Tyres. David Nye stuck it on pole, following from his success at Cadwell Park. We go over to Richard to take us through the race.
Thanks, Zena. Jamie Going joining David Nye on the front row of the grid with James Wade and Zach Lucas on row 2. Row 3, Sam Watkins with Isaac Smith, then Ryan Falconbridge and Jake Dawson, Joel Wrighton and Luke Bannister wrapping up the top 10. They're followed by Robert Stevens, Tim Bennett, Marco Ricci and Sam Walton completing the grid in 14. So round 9 of the championship about to get underway on the 300 circuit here at Snetterton, and a good field of Zetec S's and STs waiting for lights out for the first time of 3 this weekend. David Nye in white and red, Jamie Going in white and green on the outside line, gets away well. They're all underway as we look through the traditional heat haze here at Snetterton. I've not seen a wet meeting for a while. I think Touring Cars was the last wet one that I saw. And Jamie Going for the sweep round the outside line, but it's David Nye who leads them into turn 1. No shenanigans on turn 1, all very well behaved, going down in towards the hairpin for the first time. And it's David Nye that grabs the inside line. Jamie Going has a look round the outside as they go through Wilson. That's the hairpin, now short straight down towards the left-hander at Palmer. Pass going on there. That's Tim Bennett in the 16th, second meeting of the season for Tim. Missed him at Cadwell Park. And a top 10 in round 5 at Pembrey. But the race leader is David Nye, as Zena said, coming off the back of a 100% podium, 2 wins and a 3rd place at Cadwell Park for David Nye, the multi-champion in the Formula, was the Class C champion last in 2017, Harry Gooding champion last year, Jamie White the outright champion, having won Class D on 2 occasions. But this year, so far, we've only seen drivers in the contemporary class, because the Zetec S's Class D are now merged with the STs, with the organising club. A little bit of an issue there for Joel Wrighton, who manages to recover. Tim Bennett right behind him. So I said the class is merged for this year. I haven't seen any of the classics out, but the championship in a good shape to move forward now. And moving forward as well is Tim Bennett. Meanwhile out front, Jamie Going, who's had 3 wins here at Snetterton. So Jamie seems to have a lot of confidence around here, and this is going to be a real test for him to see how he gets on with David Nye immediately in front of him. A good dice going on there with the 2 Zetec S's. That's Marco Ricci was having a look at the inside line, but couldn't quite make it through to pass the Basildon man, Luke Bannister. First time we've seen Luke since the 7th of April, first meeting of the season at Silverstone. That was our first doubleheader of the year. We're back to doubleheader at Silverstone again, which is in October. Other than that, all race meetings having 3 races per weekend, so superb value for money offered by the BRSCC Fiesta Championship, racing with MRF Tyres. Across the line they go on this 3-mile lap, a very long lap, and it means that there's plenty of spectator vantage points. Ryan Falconbridge coming under pressure from Zach Lucas. Up ahead of them is Jake Dawson. Ryan Falconbridge, having been a race winner last year, has had 2 podia so far this year. A bit of damage for Joel Wrighton, with Robert Stevens, who's been pretty consistent in the top 10. He's only had 1 non-top 10 finish so far this year, which was race 1 of the year at Silverstone. But other than that, has been racking up some good points. Falconbridge coming under pressure then from Zach Lucas, who has had 2 race wins so far this year. Race 1 at Cadwell Park, round 1 of the championship at Silverstone. Falconbridge has won races in the past, but David Nye continues to show a clean pair of heels at the moment to the chasing Jamie Going. David Nye with the fastest lap of the race as well so far. This is a 20-minute race. That's the last lap board that's about to be shown to David Nye, who is 5th in the championship on total points scored coming into this round, but 2nd to James Wade on drop scores, which started to be applied last time out. So James Wade, the championship leader, Wade running in 3rd here, so that won't do him any harm at all. And David Knight will start to close in a little bit, picking up the extra point for fastest lap. It seems he's got the measure of Jamie Going. You saw a flash of red, which is the third place man, James Waite, there as well. But this is a long lap here, so they come out of Palmer, very slightly downhill on this infield section here. Agostini is the next corner. We've got Sam Watkins in the mix as well, having a look to try and battle for third place. So a good keen race going on for third position. Watkins on the outside line, the red car with the black top. The Welshman, of course, picked up 2 wins at his home circuit of Pembrey. He's all over the back at the moment of the championship leader. Isaac Smith running in 5th. Frustrating meeting, I think, with Camwell for Isaac, but his drop scores being hit a little bit by the exclusion from one of the races there. Isaac 4th in the standing, 2nd top point scorer so far, as David Nye continues on his way. So Nye here, having found his feet at Cadwell Park, was best result prior to Cadwell was 5th position at Pembrey, race number 1, but really nailing it at the moment. And Jamie Going, who's something of a Snetterton specialist, still trying to put him under pressure. I tell you what, this isn't finished yet, because in the closing stages, David Nye coming under pressure from the Jam Sport man, and Jamie Going is winding things up. We've got a great battle going on for third as well. It's a job to know where to look. Ultimately, it's going to be about the winners. They head down into Coram for the last time, and Jamie Going putting David Nye under pressure, but David Nye's got bags of experience and has got a decent enough lead of it at the moment. As Going closes up around Coram, there won't be a gap on the inside line for him. David Nye knows that he's there and gets out of Murray's and on the gas down the centre straight for the last time to head towards the checkered flag. Going, I don't think, has enough momentum to take the lead, but we'll see as they come down to the flag. It is going to be David Nye who picks up the first win of the weekend here at Snetterton. Jamie Going second. James Waite has got the better of Sam Watkins, who came under pressure from Isaac Smith there in white and blue in the closing stages of the race. Smith finishing in 5th, Ryan Falconbridge 6th ahead of Jake Dawson. Then it was Zach Lucas from Joel Wright and Robert Stevens again in the top 10. Luke Bannister 11th from Sam Walton. Marco Ricci completing the finishes, the only non-finisher, Tim Bennett, fastest lap to David Nye.
We're all set for race 2 of the BRSCC Fiesta Championship with MRF Tyres. We've got David Nye back on pole, and now over to Richard, talk us through the race.
Thanks again, Zena. The resumption of battle here. I love this race format because the way they finish in race 1 is how they start for race 2. So if there was a close battle going on, they just keep at it, and that's what we've got here with David Nye and Jamie Going on the front row, James Waite and Sam Watkins row 2, with Isaac Smith looking to get into the mix as well. Ryan Falconbridge, of course, finished in 6th position, starts on the outside of row 3. They're all into position and ready for the start of round 10 of the championship. David Nye looking to continue a clean sweep of pole, win, fastest lap. Can he do it again here in race 2? Away we go. Jamie Going quite quick. Sam Watkins away fairly quickly from the outside line as well. Tim Bennett's back with us in this one after the retirement in race number 1 as they head down into Riches for the first time. And it's, well, Jamie Going about to be passed on the inside line by James Waite. So Going on the outside line, on board with Luke Bannister. Bannister in the mix there with Tim Bennett round the outside line. Tim, after the non-finish in race number 1, tied on lap 7 of the 9. And keen to get back in the mix here, as of course is Luke Bannister. Great shot as they come down into the left-hander at Palmer, and then the run downhill, which you can see here, and it's David Nye out front. Jamie Going is in 2nd place. Jamie, as I think we mentioned in race 1, has 3 career wins here, 2 in 2018, 1 in 2017, which was his first win in the championship. Somebody going a little bit wide there. James Waite learnt a little bit of track craft here last year, winning both races in the juniors last season. And Isaac Smith was on the juniors podium here at Snetterton last year. So as well as the senior drivers, we have to consider what the others have done as well, learning their trade in the Fiesta Junior Championship, which remains a very cost-effective option if you're looking at moving up from kart racing And coming into junior saloon car racing, then the BRSCC Junior Fiesta Championship is very well worth a visit. Lots of coaching available, lots of great drivers on the grid, but we're back with the seniors here, and it's David Nye still out front. Isaac Smith, who had a decent enough start, back in 5th position in the 21 car. We were momentarily on board with Sam Watkins in the number 7, and Smith is having a very good look here. So, as we said, had a podium last year in the juniors, and he's having a look on the inside line of Watkins as they come into Coram, and he's going to go through. Watkins sees him, cedes the room. Isaac Smith through to 4th position. James Waite still in 3rd. And Isaac Smith, who was the early championship leader this year, took a great sequence of results with 3rd, 1st, 3rd, 2nd, 1st in the first 2 events of the year, Silverstone and Pembrey. All came undone a little bit at Cadwell Park for him, but he's not letting it get to him at all. Isaac Smith having a good run, as is David Nye out front. Jamie going 2nd, James Waite in 3rd place. That's your podium as they stand at the moment here at Snetterton for race 2 of the 3 this weekend, as Zachary Lucas runs a little bit wide. Zach's 7th in the championship standings at the moment, but Sam Watkins is getting back on the gas and having a look here at Isaac Smith and goes through on the inside line. Sam teed that up well, but that converts to the outside, and Isaac Smith goes back on him. See if Watkins can go for the cutback. Doesn't happen for him there now as they come down the straight in towards Agostini. If he can get close enough, he'll look on the inside line, which will be left of shot. Smith's not giving him room. I don't think Watkins has quite got enough energy to be able to go through and challenge back for that 4th place. Sam Watkins challenging now for 2nd position. Sadly, we have lost Isaac Smith and Jamie Going from the race. We've lost Jake Dawson as well. So 3 cars squabbling over a podium position. Zachary Lucas at the back of this trio. And at the shot just before this, we saw the black 13 of Ryan Falconbridge. If you look left of shot, you'll see him poking. Here he is, popping his nose into shot as well. So in the closing stages of the race, it could be a 4-way battle for 2nd position. David Nye still out front and maintaining his perfect record here this weekend, because he's on his way to fastest lap as well in this one. The extra points that go with that. Down the Bentley straight, much preferred it when it was the Revit straight. Here is David Nye. So we've got all the leading 5 cars in shot. Those 5 have broken clear. Got Robert Stevens next up, then it is Tim Bennett from Marco Ricci in blue. Luke Bannister is next up. Marco Ricci here is on. I think this is going to be potential career best at the moment for Marco, running in 8th position in the blue car with the yellow mirrors. So this has been a good run from him. So coming into bomb hole now. Certainly piling the pressure on. Down behind them is Luke Bannister in his Zetec S. Onto the last lap goes David Nye. The last but 1 lap did his fastest lap of the race, which was a 2:19.606. 2nd down on a 2:18, which he did in race number 1, as Sam Watkins continues to challenge for the lead, for 2nd position, not the lead. Behind we've got another 2-car scrap going on for 4th place, with Ryan Falconbridge closing in. Falconbridge 5th at the moment. Sam Watkins again. This is through Palmer corner, and let's see Mike try and go for the run down the inside line. I tell you what, going across, James Waite grabbing the left-hand side of the track fairly early on there, and it means that Watkins can either go around the outside or take a wider line in and maybe carry momentum up to the next corner, which is Hamilton closing right up now, goes wide on the exit. Is he getting closer? Let's have a look as we get 90 degrees on the camera. He's not really getting closer at the moment. These 2 very evenly matched drivers and cars dicing it out for 2nd place. Zachary Lucas closing in though. Zachary won the opening race at Cadwell, had a retirement in race 2, and looking good here for a 4th. He seems to be getting his results back on track in the 23 machine, and Ryan Falconbridge as well. All of these guys pretty close in terms of times and indeed positions here, as David Nye continues to lead this one and will make it 4 wins in succession, a double in races 2 and 3 at Cadwell Park, a double here, but Watkins having a very good look there and needs to be mindful of Zach Lucas right behind him. He was having a little sniff around the outside line. I think he's lost a little bit of ground on the second place car, James Waite, at the moment, so it's going to be David Nye who will take out a handful of points again over the championship leader James Waite, who is in second position and defending well from Sam Watkins at the moment. Watkins incidentally 6th in the championship on 220 points. No drop scores to come into effect from him. And David Nye is going to take win number 2 of the weekend here as he goes along centre straight. There is the checkered flag being readied. The applause of his team. David Nye wins round 10 of the championship. James Waite 2nd, Sam Watkins 3rd ahead of Zachary Lucas. Ryan Falconbridge takes 5th. Robert Stevens in 6th place ahead of Marco Ricci. Great result for Marco. Tim Bennett next from Luke Bannister, and then Sam Walton. Joel Wrighton completing the finishes. Non-finishes for Isaac Smith, Jake Dawson and Jamie Going. Confirmation of David Nye's fastest lap.
James, congratulations, 2nd place. You started 3rd on the grid. How were you making your way up the field today?
Well, it was a great race up until the point that Jamie got taken out. So, it's nice to be 2nd, but at the end of the day, we wanted a 2-3, possibly 1-2 with another team member. So, gutted for him.
Yeah, I guess it's not so great, is it, when that's how you win your place? But you hung on in there and got through to the end.
Yeah, exactly. I had to drive defensive once again. Tyres are going off, but 2nd's great points for the championship. Can't complain.
So the partially reversed grid sees Ryan Falconbridge on pole from Zach Lucas, then Sam Watkins and James Waite. David Nye is 5th from Robert Stevens, Marco Ricci, Tim Bennett, Luke Bannister and Sam Walton on the top 10. Joel Wrighton and Isaac Smith with Jake Dawson and Jamie Going completing the grid. Partial reverse could mean some fireworks. Let's hope that they're metaphorical fireworks, not literal ones. As we watch for the 5-second board, which is there, we are very nearly ready to run for our 3rd and final race of the weekend here at Snetterton Circuit. Out go the lights and away we go, all the way cleanly, as from the outside of the front row, Zach Lucas having a look. James Waite goes down the inside line. Ryan Falconbridge in black. Oh, gets a little bit of a tag with the 17 who's still there. And as a result of that, David Nye, the double winner, is on the grass. It's not going to be a hat-trick here for David Nye. He has got so much more work to do now. He recovered very well indeed. He held on to it as they went around Riches, but it's James Waite coming through in lead position. What a start. Well, we said there might be fireworks and talks about metaphors, and there was some literal contacts. We go on board with Jamie Going. Jamie getting stuck in very early on, has got work to do. Sam Watkins immediately in front of us. So heading down in towards Agostini for the first time. The question now is where David Nye is going to finish from there. He did have that contact. He's got Joel Wrighton immediately in front of him. They're all looking in really good order now, actually, as they go along the straight up towards Hamilton. Joel Wrighton goes through on the inside line. David Nye, is there a little touch there from David Nye? I'm not sure. But, Joel Wrighton at the head of that group. Jake Dawson in the mix as well in the 54. David Nye is going to pop the pass here. And indeed makes the move and passes Robert Stevens in the 89 machine. Robert with 6th position in race number 2. I was banging on about Marco Ricci taking a great result in 7th place, but Robert Stevens picking up his first top 6, so well done to him. And David Nye managing to get past him there, but a good run from him. It's a lot of the new drivers to the championship building their confidence this year. Sam Watkins chasing Jamie Going, and it's still James Waite out front. Zachary Lucas, I'll tell you who has made progress as well, is Isaac Smith in white and blue. Starting off the back of the grid in this one, so Isaac picking people off. We mentioned brake problems for him in race number 2. We saw him and Jamie Going lose out in the race. We go on board with the race car consultants entered machine and about to put a move here on Zachary Lucas. Isaac Smith having a look to the outside line. Ryan Falconbridge running in second, still the 17-time championship leader James Waite out front. Battle on for third. Smith is going to be very happy if he can get up onto a podium from the back of the grid. Going followed by Sam Watkins. Last lap here, Isaac Smith still coming under pressure from number 7 of Sam Watkins. Jamie Going is at the head of the field at the moment, but race control have said that there will be a penalty for track limits for him. So Ryan Falconbridge, second position on the road here, looks like he's going to take the win. It's Jamie Going third on the timing clock. Isaac Smith's got a penalty as well. So by my reckoning, Isaac Smith fourth position on the road, but we're watching Jamie Going, who is going to take the checkered flag instead for the fourth time in his career, but won't take the win. That, I think, is going to go to Ryan Falconbridge, and the Mansfield man heading for a first win of the year. He'll take it whichever way he can get it, whether it's down to track limits penalties for other drivers or otherwise. I'm sure he'd prefer to win the race outright. But regardless of the time clock and the penalties, we've had some superb racing once again here in our third race of the weekend. David Nye, incidentally, sadly retired back on lap 4, so it wasn't to be a treble for him. The non-finish, I don't think, going to be too much of a problem for David Nye, because that's his first non-finish of the year, so it won't hit his drop scores too much. As Jamie Going continues to lead down the straight. Going here has got the fastest lap, so it's Jamie Going out front. Ryan Falconbridge next up. Third place on the road is Isaac Smith, but fourth on the timing clock. Zach Lucas is fifth, ahead of Jake Dawson. So out of the Brundle Nelson complex for the last time through Bombhole. I tell you what, Ryan Falconbridge, I don't know if he knows about the penalty on Jamie Going, but he is close enough to have a look. But Going, as we said, something of a track specialist here. All of his career wins coming at Snetterton. He's going to take the flag again, but by my reckoning, with that penalty, will find himself down in P3, so it'll be a podium for the Jams 14 boss, who goes along centre straight for the last time, heading towards the checkered flag here at Snetterton. Look how close he gets to the pit wall. He buzzes the pit wall to take the checkered flag. Jamie Going wins on the road, but Ryan Falconbridge will take the overall victory. Sam Watkins will take P2. Going third, Isaac Smith classified in fourth place. Zachary Lucas fifth from Jake Dawson. Then James Waite in seventh from Joel Wrighton. Robert Stevens in ninth. Tim Bennett completes the top 10. Marco Ricci is 11th. Luke Bannister in 12th place. 13th goes to Sam Walton. And the only non-finisher of round 11 of the championship, David Nye, who I think should remain second in the championship table after that. Fastest lap to Jamie Going.
Hi Ryan, great race there. He's got the reverse pole. How's the win for you?
Oh, fantastic. The reverse grid, it's great. It gives you that little bit of a chance, and look, we drove away from there, and me and James really got a good gap, and we had a good battle. Jamie was on the charge, and yeah, one thing of another, it led to a win, and yeah, really where we should be. From Silverstone, last Pembury, and the other one, it weren't quite the results we wanted, but we're back where we are and showing what we can do again.